Southeast Asia is one of the first places that a lot of people come to try out the nomadic lifestyle. It's cheap, it's warm, it's easy to get to, it's a lot of fun. But what a lot of people don't consider is that it's more than just a place to hang out short term and do visa runs. It's actually a great place to live, whether that's as one base in part of your multi-base strategy where you live in various places around the world, or just to settle down and live full time. There are a lot of great cities here in Southeast Asia, and in this newly updated video, we're going to count them down from number 5 to number 1. Hi, I'm Andrew Henderson from Nomad Capitalist, and the number 5 most livable city in Southeast Asia, in my opinion, is Manila in the Philippines. The Philippines is a very interesting place with friendly people. It's obviously an island chain, so it's not as well connected as a lot of other places. And because Manila's airport isn't that great to say the least, it's not going to be as easy to get around the region as it would be if you live somewhere else. But if you like having people who speak more English, if you like beaches and friendly people and interesting food, then I think Manila is a great option. It's not the cleanest city, but it's functional. You can get around, and if you can get past things running a little bit late, you'll eventually blend in. Now, as someone who likes capital cities, I would skip Cebu, which is a nice city. I would skip Davao. I would be in the capital city, and I would set up my global citizen lifestyle there. The number 4 most livable city in Southeast Asia for me is Bangkok, Thailand. Now, I left this city off of the list in 2013, much to the consternation of many people who said, "No, Andrew, there's no better city than Bangkok." I just don't get it. I don't get the energy of Bangkok, but I understand on paper why it works for so many people. It's big, it's bustling, it has everything you need. You can fly anywhere across the region. You have cheap massages, great food. You have lots of stuff going on. And a lot of people like the Thai lifestyle. They like Thai hospitality. For me, it's not my place. I like something a little bit slower paced. I like something a bit more developed, but it's a place where you can really stretch a budget and a lot of people have a lot of fun. It's very functional. Now, the number 3 most livable city in Southeast Asia is one that I think really punches above its weight, as they say. Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam has a lot of credibility in the nomad circles. A lot of people are going there to bootstrap their businesses and get the most for their dollar. You've got a currency that's weak and allows your dollar or your euro to go very far. You've got lots of interesting food. You've got great culture. You've got affordable living. You've got developed shopping and beautiful apartment buildings and a bit more space than you'd have in Bangkok. And so Ho Chi Minh City, more so than Hanoi, is just a great place to live. You can have a definite Western style of living, lots of great restaurants, and just a place that a lot of people haven't heard about if they're not within the nomadic circle, but it's definitely worth considering. The number 2 most livable city in Southeast Asia is debatable because it's Singapore. And quite frankly, people could say, Andrew, this is the most developed city. It should be number 1. The reality is Singapore is tremendously developed. It's super efficient. I love the efficiency. You land at the airport, you're in a car, you're in the city center in no time. And it's not as expensive as other similar global cities, but it's also not cheap. What turns me off about Singapore is the high cost of housing. If I want to buy a house in Singapore, it's going to cost me a lot of money. And so therefore, because the yields are so low, I'm going to rent. And since I don't want to spend all of my time in Singapore, I'm going to be throwing away a lot of money. To me, as someone who wants to be quasi-nomadic, that makes it less interesting. Also less interesting, but manageable, are the rules. No drinking water in the subway, no chewing gum, no doing all these things. And yes, some of those rules are exaggerated. Of course, you can bring in certain stuff, they just don't sell it to you. But it makes Singapore, in my opinion, a great place to store your wealth, but not quite the most livable. What is the most livable city, in my opinion? Number 1 is Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Now, I've been a big fan of KL for a long time. I've talked about it for years, and quite frankly, I think it is, bar none, the most underestimated city for living in the world. It punches above its weight. You have a lot of the elements of Singapore. You have good English speaking. You have good connectivity in the most important parts of the country. You have one of the best airports, quite frankly, in the world for getting around to other places where you may want to go. You've got a great regional airline, Malaysia Airlines, and everything is just really, really affordable. On top of the fact that you have every cuisine known to man, some of the best food in the world, and just really nice, friendly people. So you lose some of the efficiency of Singapore, but quite frankly, the fact that you can buy a relatively nice apartment for $250,000, the fact that you can easily get a residence permit that would cost you a lot more in Singapore, it's just a lot more livable for the average 6 or 7-figure entrepreneur who wants to come and settle down either full or part-time. So those are, in my opinion, the 5 most livable cities in one of the most popular regions in the world, Southeast Asia. What do you think? What's the most livable city in Southeast Asia? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you think I'm not giving Bangkok enough love? Do you think I've missed something? I want to know your thoughts. Now, as the Nomad Capitalist, my opinion on livability is efficiency, accessibility, lots of services, lots of options, the ability to get in and out. I know some people like more rural areas like Davao in the Philippines, Chiang Rai in Thailand. People like to go to Bali and meditate, and that's great. Those to me are great places to visit and spend time and chill out and relax. I wouldn't call them so much livable, and if you disagree, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that as well. But for me, livability is places where I can live the global citizen lifestyle, get everything I need at my fingertips anytime I want it. And to me, these 5 cities are great. Let me know in the comments what you think the greatest one is for you. I'm Andrew Henderson, and if you're looking for a way to legally reduce your taxes, build your freedom, and create wealth faster as a global citizen, then you've come to the right place. I want you to do 3 things right now. Number 1, click the button to subscribe to our channel. Make sure to get notifications so you never miss a new video. Number 2, get a copy of our #1 best-selling book, Nomad Capitalist, on Amazon, and learn all the dozens of benefits of our lifestyle. And number 3, if you're already a 6 or 7-figure entrepreneur and you want to put these strategies in place, go to nomadcapitalist.com and find out how to get some help.